All right, so I am going to do something here that I said I wasn't going to do. And that is we're going to talk about a thing that I don't really want to talk about. Y'all know me. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about I absolutely love the reverb on that. The last note. It lingers for a good 5 seconds. But we're going to talk about the NFL draft. Now, we got 6 games left in the season. I think the Detroit Lions are very, very much alive in the playoff conversation. As a matter of fact, we are the last graphic on the In the Hunt graphic for the NFC. Nobody in the NFC has been eliminated. So I'm going to violate my rule for the second time, and we're going to talk about this because the LA Rams are terrible. They're terrible. And according to Dave Burkett, the Matthew Stafford trade is looking like a win-win situation. Now, obviously, he's saying a win for Matthew Stafford, our former quarterback. He gets the championship, goes on a tear, wins 3 playoff games and a championship ring, beating who I believe the only team they could have beat was the Cincinnati Bengals. But I digress. That's over. He got his big old ring. Good for him. And it's also a win for the Detroit Lions because who knew that the Detroit Lions would have a top 3 pick via the LA Rams, a year removed from winning their Super Bowl. Defending champions? I think not. Trying to stay alive? That's more like it. The LA Rams right now are 3-8. Not 8-3. You heard me right. 3-8. No Matthew Stafford. No Cooper Kupp. Allen Robinson is shut down for the season. Sean McVay got cracked in the jaw yesterday, and I thought it was broken. It was a big hit. Hope he's okay. I know that jaw is swollen. But the LA Rams are on a downward spiral. But Les Snead said, forget them picks. So they got what they wanted. And we got Jameson Williams and a couple other guys. Ife Melifonwu. But coming up this year, in 2023, the Detroit Lions have the Los Angeles Rams first-round pick. Now, I don't think the Rams are done losing. And I believe that the Los Angeles Rams, the Super Bowl defending champions, are going to pick number 2. Oh, that's right. We got that pick. Here's my draft conversation. This is a heated debate, okay? Heated debate. Mr. Poole says, I saw Kelly wants Matt to sit the rest of the season, and Rams are done. Nick says, the Rams mess with football karma. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. Let me know if you get the reference. So the Detroit, why am I talking about the draft? Because we got a lot of debate on Jared Goff, and we're going to talk about a quarterback in another segment that is suggested that the Lions could pick up. But right now, we're talking about the NFL draft. I'm violating my rule, man. Because I think that the Rams are going to lose many more games. Matter of fact, I don't see them winning at all, which is sad because they play the Seahawks and we need a win. We need a win against the Seahawks. I'm going to read to you how Tankathon has us going. The first pick goes to the Houston Texans, and they do take Bryce Young. That's beyond a shadow of a doubt. Davis Mills, he all right, but he ain't Bryce Young. Franchise guy, right there. You take him. Number 2, the Chicago Bears take Will Anderson. And number 3, our Detroit Lions take C.J. Stroud. Now, for me personally, this is what I'm going to say to that. No, absolutely not, in my opinion. The Lions have a top 10 offense right now with has-been Jared Goff. Now, I'm not saying he's a has-been. I know a lot of people can't stand him because he's not it, quotation marks. Number 4, the Seattle Seahawks via Russell Wilson will take Jalen Carter out of Georgia. Now, for me, I think the Bears are going to win some games. The Texans are not. The Texans are not going to win any games. They might beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's about it. The Texans will go 1-15-1. Okay? The Chicago Bears, they got a win or two in them. We're going to beat them, though, in week 17 at the crib. But the LA Rams, oh no. The LA Rams, they might not win another game. Another game. Now, we discussed their schedule last week. They play the Seahawks twice, I believe. The 49ers have already destroyed them, and they're done. Wiped the floor with them twice. They cannot beat the 49ers, but they beat them when it counts. So what do I think is going to happen? I think the Chicago Bears are going to drop down and that the LA Rams are going to move up to number 2. Mudbone says Rams definitely winning more games. Well, Mudbone, what team are you watching, sir? Because with Bryce Perkins, they not winning nothing. Have you seen their schedule? They're not going to win another game. They got one in them maybe. Either way, Tankathon got us taking C.J. Stroud. You know what I want to see happen? I want to see the Rams get the number 2 pick. Oh, that's right. That's our pick. They still do have Donald and Ramsey. They can win at least one. Okay. All right. Let's make this, let's bring, we talked about this last week. But if the Detroit Lions are picking number 2, who do you want with that Rams pick? I don't understand. Did we watch the same game yesterday with Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald? Did we watch the same game between the LA Rams and Kansas City Chiefs? Oh, yeah, that's right. They played KC. I don't understand this. Is it your love for Matthew Stafford? Is it the fact that they're the defending Super Bowl champions? Why do we think the Rams are going to win another game? Now, allow me to read their schedule for you. And this ties in back with the Detroit Lions draft pick because we have their draft pick. Week 13, they play the Seattle Seahawks. No Matthew Stafford. Remember that. He may not play again. And if he does play, he might be filing for divorce. Somebody going to file. I'm telling you. I don't like to see that, but Kelly ain't having it. They play the Las Vegas Raiders at home. They play the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau. They play the Denver Broncos at home. They could, maybe. They play the Chargers. That is a giant no. They play the Seahawks. They play and they end at the Seahawks. So let's do that again. The Los Angeles Rams play the Seahawks this Sunday at home. They play the Raiders at home. They play the Green Bay Packers on the road, the Denver Broncos at home, the Chargers at home, and the Seahawks on the road. I see one win. And with no Matthew Stafford, no Cooper Kupp, maybe against the Denver Broncos. Mudbone says 3. Okay, you must be a Rams slappy. 3 wins. With Bryce Perkins, are we being serious? Let's bring that back to the Detroit Lions. Who do you want to see for the Detroit Lions at that number 2 pick? Because I think they pick number 2, I'm sorry. I want Anderson, says T. I want Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. C.J. Stroud will be an awful pick. The only thing I don't like about Jared Goff is his contract. He's not worth $30 million. The Lions need defense. Some Lions fans want a QB. Stroud or Young or Anderson or Carter, they really can't go wrong. So watching this back on playback, who do you want the Lions to pick with that number 2 pick? I'm violating my one rule. Absolutely. Who do you want? Whose name do you want to hear behind this sound.